Great Scott! Great Scott! Great Scott!
Hello everyone and welcome to Great Scott. I'm Scotty V. Thanks for watching. You know, I've recently been watching a number of television shows that I'm really enjoying. I'm addicted to. I love them. They're not superhero related, although one is based on a graphic novel, The Walking Dead. If you haven't seen it, I highly, highly recommend it. And the other is Breaking Bad, which I've been flying through episodes at a pace that many people wouldn't believe, as I know a lot of people who already give me the argument, I don't even own a television. I wouldn't watch TV. There's just nothing good on. Oh, the boob tube? Well, just for idiots and losers. Who would waste time with such a horrible thing? But in my opinion, television is some of the best entertainment that we have. I love movies. I love a great spectacle. But television, with the ability to tell a serialized story over years and years, to really go into depth into each character and to show a lot of their background, their story, what they're really about, and to build them from beginning to end is really something that television has over any other medium. A book is over when a book is over. A movie is over when it's over. A television series, you can continuously, if written well. And I think a lot of the appeal with Smallville was that it was a long, serialized version of Clark growing up. As many problems as I had with it, as many problems as other people had with it, it's a lot better to have that type of an evolving story than it is just one film. And as great as Man of Steel is going to be, or at least as great as I hope it will be, we'll never be able to have the in-depth character development that a show like Smallville had the opportunity to have, had they really grasped it and done it as well as, for me personally, as I had hoped that they would. But what does Breaking Bad and Walking Dead have to do with Superman, and why have I decided to talk about them on this edition of Great Scott? Well, my right-hand man here, I originally had him on the left side, but then I thought, if I'm going to call him my right-hand man, I should move him over here. I think, and I don't know if it's really just, if it's my personality, if it's just the way I'm built, the way I'm put together, or if it's from all my years being influenced by Superman and really trying to live up to that ideal. But when I watch shows such as The Walking Dead, I won't give specifics in case any of you want to watch it or are watching it and haven't gotten around to it yet. Recent developments in the latest season have one of the characters who has always been a moral arbiter, who has always been the voice of reason and the voice of society in a civil manner, and the voice of goodness, the Superman of the show, if you will, has had to do some things that really bothered me on a personal level. And I know it's just a show, and people would say, well, just watch the show. You enjoy the show. For a short time, I was about to give it up. And the reason I was about to give it up was because I felt like the moral arbiter, the character that I was most behind on the show, the character that I could understand, and the one that I always knew would never let me down, kind of let me down. And I wonder if I would feel that way if I did not have the Superman influence in my life, or if I would not have such a hard time accepting it if I wasn't such a fan of Superman. And I've had people tell me before, look, we know you're a fan of Superman, but every superhero can't be Superman. Every character can't live the way Clark Kent would live. We are, most of us, more human than that. Most of us have those types of flaws. Most of us would make these types of decisions or these types of mistakes. The same type of thing can be said about Breaking Bad, and I'm as I go through it, and I'm watching 3 and 4 a night sometimes because I love it so much. Some things that they are doing, and of course this is a show about manufacturing methamphetamine, so already we wouldn't have Clark Kent doing that, so we're already on a different type of moral ground. But we do have characters that are attempting, in the situation that they're in, to at least live in a way that is morally as right as it can be for what they are being forced to do in their lives. But another great show. But I wonder if it's, again, if it's coming from a standpoint that if I was watching it and there was no Superman, would I feel the way that I feel just because I have those type of beliefs and that I believe that way? Or have I really been so influenced by an imaginary character, a character made up over 70 years ago that isn't a religion, that isn't a way of life, that isn't a belief system. But have I been so influenced by my love of this character and my admiration for the way the writers over the years have tried to portray him. And it really is the writers and the creators that decided what his moral outline would be and how he would live. And the way that he does is the way that I choose to believe most of humanity would choose to be if other circumstances didn't sometimes interfere. And I think that as much as any religion or as much as any other way of life or belief system, Superman is a fantastic way to look at treating each other right and living in the world as a civilized society with other human beings. I wonder, though, what do you think? Let me know. Thanks for watching, everybody. This has been another edition of Great Scott, and remember, always look up in the sky.